Today we're going to make a box clasp with me, Lauren Del Bracco and Rhodey. This is us making that box clasp. So the first thing you're going to want to do is figure out what size you want your box clasp to be. So mine is roughly 15 millimeters by 7 millimeters, and I am now just going ahead and cutting that strip. The height of your box clasp is going to be determined by the width that you make this strip. Now I'm going ahead and marking the length and width of my box. So I am doing one segment that is 7 millimeters, another one that is 15, another one that is 7, and then another one that is 15. And that way when I go ahead and score and bend this, it's going to be a perfect rectangle. I am using hard solder for my scored walls. So I'm just using my pliers to just kind of form that tongue shape And once I kind of get it to where I need it to be, I'm going to then cut off the excess material. Now you do want to leave enough to have a jump ring soldered on, or a chain, or whatever this is going to be attached to. So just make sure you give yourself enough room to do that. I'm going to use my dividers to find the center of my tab and scribe a little line, that when I take this over to the soldering station, I know where I need my center of my tab to go. I did go ahead and flow some hard solder onto the bottom of my tab, so this will be a sweat soldered connection. And I fluxed, and now once it's heated up, I'm going to bring in my tab and line it up with that scribed line. Okay, so now we need to cut out an upside down T shape. And what I'm doing now to start this is I'm just reinserting the tongue and resting that tab on the top wall, and I'm scribing 2 lines. That way I know exactly where my tongue tab is going to be touching for when I insert the tongue back into the box. So I'm scribing those 2 lines, and now I'm bringing them directly down. I know you can't see this, but I'm using a machinist square to mark where those 2 lines just went on the front. And now use your dividers and make a scribe in the center of your box going left to right. Now I'm just going to saw out that centered scribed line about halfway through. Now I'm going to saw halfway through, just like we did the first center line, to start the process of removing where the tab is going to go. Now with my saw at an angle, I'm going to start to saw through on the inside diameter of that wall. So on the inner portion of the wall, and I'm only sawing up to where that center left to right scribed line is. Now I'm going to saw all the way through and remove the center. I am now just going to refine that cut for removing that material that aligns with the inside portion of the wall. Again, only sawing to that halfway point. Your tongue may not fit perfectly, so just go ahead and make any adjustments and note where you have to file. We don't want to distort the box at all. We want to make sure we're maintaining that perfect rectangle for when it gets soldered down to the top and bottom sheets. So we're just refining our cut marks. We're not actually reshaping the box in any way. Once you have it so it fits, now you can start to go ahead and solder this down to your top and bottom sheets. Just make sure you're not distorting it in any way. I am using medium solder now. Anytime you solder something down to a flat sheet, always make sure that there are no gaps and that it's touching that sheet perfectly. I'm going to use medium solder again. Just be really careful that you don't flow the sheet that you just soldered to the other side of the wall. Now just spend a bunch of time cleaning and refining your box and the opening and just making sure everything fits perfectly. What you're going for is a beautiful snap action when you insert the tongue into the box. I'm using my square file to just make sure all my edges are nice and crisp, and then I'm softening some of the angles on my tongue. And you're done. Thanks for hanging out with Rhodey and I.